Hi there. The purpose of this video tutorial is to help you get a bit more comfortable using the calculator to analyze distributions. So first thing you would want to do is to actually enter the data. So we could just click on the stat button right here, click that, and then one is highlighted edit, and then we hit enter, and then you can enter data into there. Could move the arrow over to enter data into any one of these lists. So let's assume we've entered data. Let's go back here. Then you can do second stat, and here are all the lists that you made. You can scroll down and see there's one called Pres, enter, and then I can hit enter again, and it shows me all the values, and I can scroll over to see all of them. Again, I'm not particularly interested in that, so I'm actually going to quit out of that. Sorry, I'll clear this. Okay. So what we're really interested in is plotting the data. So to do that, we hit second stat plot, and we want to make sure the 1 is highlighted here. We hit enter, and then we want to make sure on is highlighted, and we can down arrow to get to the type. We'll be talking about all these types, but for now histogram should be highlighted, so that's this one here. And let's just clear this here. The list we want, you could type it using the keys like alpha, where's P? Alpha P, and oops, that wasn't an alpha. Alpha P, alpha R, but the easier way to do that actually is to just do second list, and then since pres is 7, you can just press 7 and it automatically puts it in there for you. Next thing you do is click on window, and the window allows you to change the minimum and maximum values and the X scale. The X scale is our bin size we talked about in class. That's our bin. That's how wide each of the bins is. So we have this set up here, and then let's graph it and see how it looks. So I graph it, and this comes out. Looks very nice. Reason it looks nice is because I had set up the window before, so it would look nice. Let me set up the window so it doesn't look so nice. So the minimum I'll say is 20, and the scroll down, the maximum is 110, and let's say the bin size is 35. Now just leave that, and then let's hit graph, and you see it's way too big. It doesn't fit on the screen at all. One quick way to get it to the right size is you click zoom, and then you type 9. Reason you do that is because the 9th choice is zoom stat. So I hit zoom and I hit 9, and it automatically puts it back into this very nice distribution here. If I want to see the values of any of these things over here, it's a little easier to see on the big piece here. Then I can just click on trace. So I click that button, trace, and it shows me this first bin here. The min's 42, max is 46.5, and there are 4 people who were born, who were inaugurated between their 42nd and 46th birthday. If I want to look at the next bin, I go to the right arrow, and it tells me between 46.5 and 51 there were 5 people, and likewise 16, 8, 7, 2, 1. Now, if I wanted to go back and make the bin size smaller, I could certainly do that. I just go to Window, and I do X scale. I could make that 2.75 if I wanted to make it smaller. Oops, 2.75. Okay, and then graph. And it's the same data, except now in between each bin is 2.75 years instead of 4.5. So I could do trace, and the bins are smaller, so we get a different effect. So that's basically how you use the calculator. And oh, one other thing, actually. So, okay, to calculate the numeric values of the median, things like that, you can do that pretty easily using your calculator. Once your data has been entered, you can just click on Stat and right arrow to